Welcome to the video. In this one, we're going to take a look at the Heroclix UK Nationals. We're going to break down the teams, go through ours, our rounds, take a look at the top 8. I feel like I should preface this video by saying a massive thanks to Dave at Fanboy3, not only for running the event, just for coming around, helping people out, making it feel like and building the Heroclix community that it is in the UK. It would honestly be nowhere without him, so massive thank you to Dave, but also a massive thank you to Jay, who came all the way from Canada to judge the event. Really welcome, friendly guy. Obviously, he's been on Married with Clicks, JSA Clicks now. Just, yeah, huge in the community, and it was nice to meet him. It was a pleasure to sort of play in his tournament. So, yeah, a big props to him as well. But let's get into the video and talk about some of the teams and how UK Nationals went. We'll start with the teams. So, we'll go through our teams first. This is all from the UK Nationals, so we'll go through our teams, we'll go through our matchups, and then we'll go through the top 8 and eventually who won the event, which was, you've probably already seen Alex Crow, but we'll go through our teams first. So do you want to start with yours?
Yeah, I'm just looking for it.
I'll start with mine then. So mine was 15 points under, which was a shock to a few people. Basically, I didn't want to include an item because I assumed there would be a lot of Dooms, a lot of Thanos. I did play against 2, so it turned out to be the right call. But on the actual team, I had 2 Blackhearts at 75, Felix Faust at 60, which was another shock for some people. There was actually a game where someone attacked it thinking it was 30, and it didn't die. So, and then we've got Pixie and Scarlet Witch, which are basically there for carries, just to move the Hellfire around, just to move Blackheart and Felix around. But also, I didn't realise until the actual day, and I've got to say it was a friend that suggested Pixie, but she's got a Smoke Cloud, which gives Earthbound neutralised, and Battle Fury, which sort of stopped Thanos shenanigans. So it was a very anti-meta team. It was to beat Thanos, it was to beat stuff that perplex and prob and outwit a lot. So that was the idea going into it.
Who suggested it? Felix?
Felix suggested Pixie, yeah.
Yeah,
which actually probably won me the first 2 matches. So yeah.
Yeah, the Battle Fury.
Yeah, so it turned into an anti-meta team by the end of it. Blackhearts are very meta as well, so just 2 really good figures and then some stuff to counter things. Felix helped a lot. Faust helped a lot in the Saakarian Iron Man matchup because there's a ton of perplex, prob, and outwit, so made that more difficult. But how about your team?
I started off just before the event, like a week before. I managed to buy Thanos, so I only play tested it once. But I ran Thanos, Doom, the Annihilating Conqueror, with the switch to DJ Doom, and Molecule Man at 30. I was 10 points. I had emotional modifier as well, and I was 10 points under as well. Just had nothing to put in. I probably should put another item.
I guess that's the thing.
Thinking about it, being under should never be a thing. Because having an extra item, it would help more than not having anything.
It depends, because
them scoring it's not that big.
No, but I don't know. There's a lot of denial in the game with Thanos and stuff. Blackheart, Saakarian Iron Man.
Oh, to be fair, yeah, I wouldn't have.
And also the Doom just taking it straight away. It means you're not already on the back foot straight away. It is a difficult
takes call. It though, he does lose his item, which is really strong.
Yeah, it's annoying. Yeah, it's a tough one. You probably should. Obviously, you don't know what you're going to go up against either. So
my team wasn't ready at all. Tested it once, and that was against our other friend Joe. He's not out today. Rest in peace.
No, you can't say that. He's not dead.
He lived a good life.
Just highly neutered. No, he's. Yeah, I think it's just a thing in the UK as well. We don't have a lot of figures compared to the US and things. We didn't have a ton of stuff coming into this. We haven't played in ages. So yeah, this isn't really the best showing from the UK. Although, I don't know. Yeah, it's tough.
Then my biggest thing was we hadn't practiced, so I made huge mistakes.
Yeah, so it was the same for me. I learned a bit as we went. But yeah, it was a good event nonetheless. Like I say, massive thanks to Dave. Massive thanks to Jay for running it as well. Just everyone involved. 22 people was huge for the UK as well. And hopefully it just builds on it.
I think the last one was exactly 22 as well, wasn't it?
I
Which
think
is
so. And then the last one I went to before
crazy.
that was, I think it was 60 odd, but that was at a different venue. So hopefully now after COVID, it gets back to that.
Yeah,
And
what? No, it's actually back into it.
yeah, and we are trying to get a X of Swords running in Grantham. So if you're in the area in the UK, I'm going to be looking into getting that going. So hopefully a few more players from that as well. But yeah, when we got to the event, it was just amazing seeing people we had traded with, people that we had played at old events. Like Rob Buckley came over. Massive fan of him. Whenever we get a chance to see him, it's always nice.
Yeah, my issue is I trade like I've done must have been like 200 trades now over the like 10 years I've been in the group, and I do not know names to faces.
A lot
I'm
of
terrible
people
from remembering
don't have
names.
pictures, and then it's hard to sort of
Yeah,
link them
like
up when you
Rob
meet them.
Buckley, I think his is of his kid, so I didn't even know what he
Yeah,
looked like. So when
yeah,
he got there, we sat next to him for a while. Then eventually I heard his name, and I was like, oh, because
yeah,
he's a really nice guy. He always
yeah.
messages
Really
after
cool
events and
guy.
stuff.
Yeah,
Really
yeah. It's
good
nice to
guy.
bump into him. Obviously, Felix, we play a ton with when we get a
Oh yeah,
chance. We'd like to
it's
play
been
more and go over to.
ages
Yeah,
since seeing Felix. I
yeah,
remember my first game was to Nottingham Felix there, wasn't he?
yeah. That's how
And
we
Pia
started. Yeah, yeah.
and that lot. That's crazy.
And yeah, just getting over to Manchester, seeing Dave, Alex. I feel like we're going to miss someone out, so I'm not going to name
Yeah,
everyone, but
let's not
literally,
name every single name, but
yeah,
they're all
literally
good. They're
everyone
all
there,
great.
nice guys. Yeah. So it was a really fun event.
Ken,
And
the Kenwood twins, is that the last name? That is, isn't it? Kenwood.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's father and son, but
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
Stu will be offended by that. Howard, greatly pleased. But let's get into our matchup. So do you want to start with your first one?
It was my first one was I didn't say on these sheets, is it? That's before we did the
Yeah.
my first one was Howard, I think. Yeah.
No,
No,
Stu.
Stu,
Yeah,
yeah, Howard. Yeah. Stu first, he had Fantastic Four, Saakarian Iron Man. It's like first turn he moved like all the way up, tried to hit Thanos but didn't. And then I
yeah.
killed two of his team that turn with Thanos. So it's like in the bag. And then there's a really weird call in on line of sight, but I still don't know which is right on that. But yeah, and then he managed to get a shot on Thanos. Forgot he had super senses. Obviously very rusty, I haven't played in ages. So forgot he had super senses for like the 5 attacks he had on him. And he ended up dying in like 2 turns. Thanos didn't roll super senses once. It's a huge mistake on my part. The guy I played against was really good at the game, but I took a lot of his team out straight away. Scar and Iron Man was absolutely disgusting, to be fair. He
I
managed to
played
go
against a
full
few.
map
Yeah.
both turns when I ran with Thanos by himself. It wasn't really like pushing him right. It was just sidestep, hypersonic. It's quite crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of shenanigans with him. I played against two of them as well.
It's a good game though. I liked his team. He had a lot of pieces on the board. Fantastic Four. I think he had 9 pieces on the board, which was crazy.
Just
Saw
having a
a
look here. He's
piece
got
I've never seen before. The Human Torch, 20 points. Enhance barrier. It knocks people with his barrier as well.
a lot of people
Stop
had
click.
that really good figure.
Absolutely. I've never even seen that. That was in deep cuts. Set you
Yeah,
completely missed.
he
You have to buy
had
him singly, I think.
he had 9 figures.
Was
Yeah,
absolutely crazy.
that's
Yeah, it's a good
silk as
game though,
well.
but huge mistakes on my part. And I think he got 4 Power Cosmics in a row or something on
Oof.
Saakarian, so he never actually had to rest.
Yeah,
It was quite
that's
rough.
rough.
But yeah, that was quite a hit first game.
Like you say, he's a very good player. So if you forget something, you make a mistake or something,
Oh
he's gonna
yeah, he
yeah.
played it well.
It was actually a family feud as I played Stuart's dad Howard. Um, in my first game, he was playing Thanos Collector. Was it? I think it was Doom.
Oh, yeah, he had no.
No, no, it
Howard was
wasn't.
it was Collector, Star Sapphire. It was like the Canadian Nationals winner.
Yes,
It
yeah,
was
yeah,
Star Sapphire, Collector, Molecule Man, Thanos. He was my second game, so I played him straight after.
yeah. That was it.
Yeah,
Yeah, so we
he
had
won
Thanos for
Canadian
loads of.
Nationals like a week
Yeah,
before, I think.
I remember. Yeah, I remember someone saying that
I remember
actually.
2 people had that team. I think it was Steve who had it as well.
Oh, that was it. Sprite was the other one.
Yes, yeah, that's it. Sprite. Yeah, really good
So
team.
yeah, really hard team to play against. I just moved up the map. first turn, he mind controlled my whole team to attack each other. And then he had the alchemical fire.
I remember that. Yeah, I didn't know that was such a good item.
Yeah, it clicked
Absolutely
round
crazy.
and it dealt 1 penetrating to everything next to him. And he mind controlled like 2, so it wiped out Pixie first turn. A load of other characters took damage. At that point, I thought I'd lost because, I was miles back. I had lost my carry. I eventually got over to him with Faust and just running the Blackhearts over. His Thanos stayed double tokened, which is what I needed. Obviously, he can still do free stuff, but I think he didn't roll high on his thing, which gave me a chance. Is what you really need against Thanos. Yeah.
If you're rolling 1s or 2s, you can literally do one thing.
Yeah, and that's what I needed. Else I probably would have lost it, honestly. He was ahead the whole game, and I eventually got over to him, got some flurries off. Blackheart is an absolute monster once he gets hit, so I managed to KO all of his lower stuff, and then
I'd recommend never attacking Blackheart.
Yeah, most people throughout the day didn't, to be fair.
Once you hit, he's dirty, yeah.
He gets penetrating damage, flurry. Yeah.
You don't want that.
I don't think I hit the stop clicks, but I got hit onto the flurry clicks where you can charge for free, which is always good. Yeah. I had to sacrifice a Hellfire Guard to do it, though. But luckily, I managed to get the kill on the last attack of the game, or what we thought was the end of the game. Basically, we heard someone's alarm go off, and we thought that was the end of the round. So I got the attack. Yeah. So I got the attack off, and I think I killed Collector or something to win the game. He said time had been called. I heard the alarm as well. I wasn't sure what it was. So yeah, we both scooped up our stuff. We added up the points. And I just edged it by like 10 or 15 or something. And then 10 minutes later, round was called. So it's really rough because if it had gone on, he had a better chance than I did.
Yeah, anything could happen to be fair, but
it's really awkward way for a game to finish.
Yeah, my second game was against him, and I had emotional modifier, and he was obviously Thanos, so I don't think he managed to attack me in the game.
It's pretty good against it.
I used emotional modifier, and then the turn when I wanted to hit him, I ran my whole team to each corner of the map. So if you mind controlled him, you couldn't do over him, and he has no other attackers. So I literally just did that, and then ran back together, emotional modified next turn.
Yeah.
Next turn, I did it again, and just kept hitting him, and then hiding.
There's ways around Thanos if you can spread out enough.
Yeah, he's great though, but Battle Fury is really the only real thing that stops him.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a good game. I was 1 down at that point, so I really needed something.
Yeah. Second game I played against Thanos again. This time it was GIF. He's the one that had Thanos. He had a Doom. He had Commissioner. He had something else as well.
Oh, Collector.
Yes, Collector. Yeah.
Where did he place? That's a crazy team.
I'm not sure where he finished, but yeah, that was a really rough game. So he kept hitting me with a time platform and putting my Blackhearts back in the starting area.
Yeah.
That was the game where I really utilized Pixie, and I just kept blocking out his Thanos with these smoke clouds.
Mm.
And again, a few turns.
What is it, smoke clouds? Is it if you stood in it?
If you're in the smoke cloud, you get Battle Fury and Earthbound neutralize. So Earthbound meant he couldn't phase because it gets rid of all improved movements and targeting. So he couldn't see through walls from there. He couldn't do all of his shenanigans. So
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, so that was that was the only reason I won that. And like I said, somebody else suggested the figure. So yeah, props to Felix for that one. But in that matchup, again, it came down to I cleared out his whole team other than Thanos because there's not much point targeting Thanos, honestly. So I left him till last. Again, it came to the end. This time was called, and we recognized the right time was called. We added up points, and we went to roll off. And then we rolled off, he won. And then he found a time platform, which he didn't add to my points, which meant I had actually won. So it was a bit of a roller coaster of a finish. But
did you get the victory?
Yeah, I got it. And I appreciated, well, we both noticed the time platform. I appreciated him, just sort of noticing it and
Oh
accepting it,
yeah,
which was fair enough.
yeah.
That's the thing. Most people in the game store,
Yeah, I've
nice
never
guys
had
at
a
the end of the
game where
day.
they're not a nice person.
Yeah, which is always good.
They're all good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good group.
Uh,
How about your third round?
do you remember him? I said it's either Amber or the what's the Julian.
I
I
can't
think
remember.
Julian was last. Is Amber? I think I played against Amber, who's not played in like 8 years.
That
She
the
did have
Scarlet
these.
Witch.
She had the Scarlet Witch, yeah, at full points, and Thanos just used that to destroy her whole team, like absolutely decimate it.
Yeah, it's a
Again, I don't
monster.
think she got to attack me once. I kept barrier in, obviously, as you do with Thanos. You just couldn't target me because I kept outwitting her movement and then mind controlling her.
Just nasty.
So it was a bit. I took Darkhold first turn as well, which took her prob band out of
Oh
the
yeah, Doom
awful
takes an
quest.
item, didn't he?
Yeah, it's quite bad.
Wow, good God!
Just,
Welcome back to the game.
and it felt terrible. Thanos is horrible to play against,
Yeah,
especially if you haven't played in ages.
yeah.
It
So
felt
at
like I was cheating. I was doing so much.
that, it does feel like it because you don't token and then he can do something
Yeah,
else.
I was like, oh yeah, I've attacked, I've moved, but I don't get any
Yeah,
tokens. Then I'll attack again.
that's the thing because we hadn't play
Very
tested. I just seen you play Joe and see how powerful Thanos was. After the first 2 rounds, I had 2 wins, so I was on cloud nine at that point.
Thanos is very good, but it's also everyone expects it now, so everyone's
Yeah,
going
that's
against
it.
him.
Yeah.
It's rough.
So my third round was Saakarian Iron Man, Scarlet Witch, Scarab, which could target through items and stuff from anywhere, and other shenanigans. Absolute monster of a team. It was against TJ. He was the guy that won the Fellowship Award from the Scott Porter tournament. So he had his own figure made, which he had attached to a Human Torch,
He
which was
made, didn't he make top eight as well, TJ?
yes. Where did he
I
finish?
remember I think he was sixth on it, wasn't he?
Sixth, I think. Yeah. So yeah,
I
really good
think
showing
so.
from him. He does actually have his own Twitch for Heroclix stuff, so I'll drop that down below as well if you want to check that out. But yeah, really
Is
nice
that
guy.
what's that called?
Uh, I don't know what the actual.
Dick.
It's like a Monday night clicks or something. I'll have to have a double check.
Seen
I
it in
can't
the
remember the
chat,
name.
yeah.
Yeah,
Can't
I'll put
remember
it
it
down
off the
below
top of my head.
anyway. But yeah, I played against him. Really powerful team, absolute monster of a team. It started, I came over to him. I haven't played against Scarlet Witch. Like I said, we haven't play tested. We haven't played against the best figures. I wasn't even really aware of it. We didn't get Disney Plus in our area. So we're like miles behind the time here. So he dropped the Chaos marker or whatever it was, and it just turns off everything. He basically just threw Scarlet Witch into my team. But when you don't have powers, it's not really that scary of a thing to throw her in. She's got stop clicks, mystics, super senses, shape change, and shut down most of my team. I did have Scarlet Witch and another Blackheart outside of that because I'd been running them as 2 separate groups. So if they mind controlled and other stuff, it would only mess up one side, which did mean I could TK Blackheart past the Chaos thing, and then I could run in shot and hit his whole team with an energy explosion, which I did for a couple turns in a row. And I picked up a few points there, which was pretty good. And I think did actually lead to the win, to be fair. Felix Faust's ability was still in effect, so he found it hard to perplex. He found it hard to outwit and prob, which did turn out to be probably the reason I won that one. And like I say, it's a very anti-meta team, and Felix Faust is there for that reason. And yeah, he was the MVP of that game. It was very close again. I didn't score a ton of points. I think it was something like 85 to 60, so a very low scoring game again.
My fourth game was against Julian, who I think had travelled from France. I'm not sure. I think he might have, because he said he had to go back. I'm not sure entirely, but
Was
one of the
it?
nicest player I've ever played against.
I'm not
Was
sure.
it? I'm not entirely. I'm
Somewhere
sure
in
they
Europe,
travelled there.
anyway.
Him and his friend Steve, and he was
Yeah.
like the nicest guy ever. I've never met him before. He had a Vision Prime and Sky Tyrant and Flash, I think, and who is it? It's a Shield agent, and when he leads ships, moves you for free. Can't remember the name of him.
Uh,
It's like 25 points. But yeah, he had those four.
yeah.
But first turn, I just moved up with Well, he went first because he got mapped.
Yeah.
I just moved up. He moved up, but then I just moved in. Thanos mind control, and then Vision one shot Tyrant. And
Jesus.
obviously, if you keep Tyrant quick, yeah.
Yeah.
And from that point, basically, I had just outwit Vision's movement and then
Yeah.
barriered, and he couldn't attack me anymore. He had his flash on the double charge thing
Those flashes
rather
are
than the
insane.
TK. Yeah, and he didn't get any leadership, so he just couldn't attack me anymore. And then I think turn two, I killed the other piece on his team, and I just
Yeah.
outwit him and barriered, and he forfeited
Yeah, that's
because
fair
there's
enough
no
at
way he
that
could
point.
actually
Yeah.
reach me. He couldn't move. And then because it ended in like 15 minutes, we did a rematch, and he put his flash on the TK one,
Yeah.
and that one even quicker. It's absolutely crazy. Yeah, I love that vision. I just got one myself, but
It's
if
a
you ain't
cool
got outwit
figure.
protection at 200 points, and it's
Yeah,
rough.
that's a lot of
It's real
points.
rough.
Yeah.
Really nice car,
Yeah, most people I play, well, I say most, everyone I played against.
yeah. Everyone is, yeah.
Yeah.
Just I've never met him before, new player, so
Yeah. My fourth match was against Alex Crow, which I think he's won the Nationals twice, well, 3 times now. Very good player. He was playing Scarlet Witch, Iron Man, Fantastic Four team with like Valeria and the Human Torch, which can ping you around. Franklin Richards, which I'm a massive fan of, and some
um,
of us swapping stuff. He basically had a whole thing full of stuff he could swap into. Uh,
Stu had that as well. It gives everyone power cosmic, doesn't it? It's quite crazy.
yeah, very good. Power Cosmic's insane now as well. It's just, yeah, just so good. Give that to everyone. So his whole team was protected from any outwit shenanigans. Just really powerful. He had loads of different attackers. Saakarian Iron Man and Franklin were very versatile stuff, so he could choose what they were doing. And obviously Scarlet Witch is insane as well. So the first game, I flew over to him and I put my Felix Faust the furthest forward to try and put him in his lock early so he couldn't perplex and outwit and stuff. I don't know why. Really stupid idea. It was hot. It was a long day. I'm going to blame that. Don't know why I did it, but I did it. He destroyed Faust the first turn and easily won that game. Obviously, I could have played it better, but I still just don't know if I can beat that team. And then after
Yeah,
that,
he did win. It was the best
yeah,
way,
I
I
was going
think.
to say, so yeah, I'm happy losing to him. I lose one more time in this, and it turned out to be him as well, but I'll get into that in a minute. I did also give him a custom dice. I brought custom dice, so whoever beat me got one, and he ended up taking 2 of them. So
Oh, was
yeah,
your fourth and fifth game against Alex then?
yeah, I got knocked out of top 8
Jesus
afterwards
Christ, back to
against
back against
Alex.
the person who won.
Yeah, it's
Jesus Christ.
heartbreaking. I genuinely feel outside of that team, I had a pretty good shot against stuff because I played 2 Thanos. I'd already beaten a different Iron Man team. The second game was a lot closer, so I started further back. I used my TKs better. I set up better. I got a few shots on him, and I knocked out a lot more characters. I think he still won by like 20, maybe 40, somewhere in there points, but it was a lot closer. And
Yeah, and he won it soon.
yeah, there was a turn where
That's
I thought I could still do it. And then he started outwitting leadership on both Blackhearts every turn. And at that point, I couldn't do
yeah,
anything. And I don't know why no one did that whole tournament because it absolutely crippled my team.
yeah, that was my plan if I played against you. I had to
Yeah,
outwit
because he didn't
best
do it in the
player.
first game. He didn't do it in the second half of the first half of the second game. Yeah, but as soon as he
Remembering
realised
it.
that, yeah. I don't know that maybe he was prepared for Robert's team in the final as well, which I feel bad about if I did play
Yeah,
into it at
playing you
all.
twice. He's
Yeah.
practiced a lot against that.
Yeah. But yeah, so we both made top 8. I played Alex, who obviously went on to win. You played against Tino.
My last game, yeah, was against Tino. Yeah, we had almost identical teams, but his cost 5 more. So on paper, I should have had it to be honest. On paper, but obviously it's a game. I
What
made
happened?
some
Talk to us.
huge mistakes. Huge mistakes. It got to it's the point of like Thanos was gonna be left for both of us because that's what happens in Thanos games. You kill
Yeah,
the other stuff, Thanos is still alive.
oh
No
yeah.
one's gonna kill Thanos. He paid 5 more for his team, so on paper, as I say, I should have. But it came down to he had a red win object, which
Yeah.
I tried to attack, but was indestructible, and then I just didn't. Didn't process it properly. I could have picked it up and used it as an object attack to destroy it,
Yeah.
but I didn't really process it, and I was like, "Oh, I can't win then." So we called it, and I lost by 5 points.
I also think if you just pick it up, you score it.
I said that, but the judge ruled against it, so
Oh, really?
I don't know.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
fair enough.
he
Yeah.
said,
You got to
said
go by the
picking up,
judge's
not.
call, aren't you? So
Yeah, it's always
he
yeah.
knows
So
better than
I
us.
thought picking up because when I equipped it at the start, 'cause I actually stole his item with my Doom.
Hmm.
So I thought, oh, I've scored that, which basically put me. I was going to win. All I had to
Yeah.
do is kill his things. I knew Thanos wouldn't die on either team. He knew that as well. He
Yeah.
knows both. We both knew the teams. His team
Yeah.
cost 5 more. It's just unfortunate. But yeah, I didn't know how to KO an object, which means I lost by 5, which is going to haunt me for a bloody long time.
Ah.
That's absolutely tragic.
I'd have
But
liked to
it's
it
good.
gone the other
It's good
way.
there. It's a good game. It's just all day. I There wasn't a point where I like properly got destroyed in a game. Right, the first game
Hmm.
I made some huge mistakes. The last game I made some huge mistakes, and both was on me. That's what annoying about mine is both
Yep. Yep.
my
Yep.
problems.
I hear you. I think that's just
I
down
don't
from
know.
not testing enough and
Yeah,
stuff.
we haven't played in ages. I tested once, and that was against not. It wasn't like a hugely meta team that I played against. It was 200 point God Doom and who was it? Molecule, Scarlet Witch, and Puppet Master.
Yeah.
Which they never really got to attack me because obviously Doom did his thing. Not Doom, Thanos did his thing.
If Dune
It's
did
our
his
wits
thing.
and they
That's
can't
the,
move. Yeah. Oh yeah.
that's the
But yeah,
thing.
it's rough.
If you look at the figures we're playing, there's like no Disney Plus figures. There's all of this stuff is from like old Fantastic Four sets and stuff. We just don't have the new clicks. We don't have the stuff to play test with, honestly. Now, with how well
Yeah.
this one went, we obviously can get ready for next year.
Yeah, we came home with like loads of prizes. I've already traded mine on a few of them. I got Prime Vision from one of them. Still trying to find Scarlet, but that's like impossible apparently.
Yeah, I had a
Um,
buy lined up for Scarlet, which fell through. I'm trying to do the same, trying to
oh
trade for
yeah,
good stuff.
someone bought it just for there.
Yeah, but I think they're going to restock. So that was if you after Heroclix in the UK, that was the Nerd Kings. I think that's a website. I'll put it below if you want to find it.
Easily the
They've
best in the UK for singles.
Yeah, it's like one of the few places to go. eBay is a little more So yeah,
Really
really
nice
nice
prize as
guys
well.
there. Yeah.
But yeah,
Anything?
right before the tournament, I managed to get Thanos like last minute, and I played it a few games at home by myself just because we couldn't meet because people are busy, and he just destroyed. So
Is that firing shots at anyone? Anyone that's not
well,
here?
I think it's me who's most times
uh,
Robin's looking late.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, but yeah, I didn't really get to play it, but turned out to be an incredible piece. I really didn't like my team going into it, honestly, because it
Sure.
when you don't feel the points, it feels I don't know. It didn't feel like you've made the team properly.
Yeah,
I was
I
10
definitely
under
get that.
and I was 20 under. 'Cause I added emotional mod, but I was 20 under in the end. I was going to use Sprite or maybe someone else. The team I wanted to play was Collector, and then I think it's someone else for 25 points with DJ Doom and Thanos.
Yeah.
But obviously, Collector's very hard to get as well. So it's just a case of not having the right things,
Tell you what, you
not
get me a
playing enough.
Scarlet Witch, I'll get you a collector.
No deal.
We'll take a look at a couple of other teams just before we wrap up because there were a few others which we didn't play against, but I feel we should probably mention. So, as always, Felix Hughes brought some kind of spice. Very interesting
Oh
team.
yeah,
He's definitely one of the best, definitely team
he's one of the
builders
best players
and
easily
one
as
of the
well.
best players. Yeah. So
Really
where is
nice
his
guy as
team?
well.
Yeah. So he played 50-point Loki and then 5 other Lokis,
Yeah, he had 5
Rocket
of us.
Raccoon, and then 2 Human Torch and 2 Surtur. The Surta, I didn't realize how good it was. I misread its attack.
Oh
And
yeah, it's
yes,
absolutely crazy. It's
I'm
for the
glad I
rest
didn't
of the
go
game,
against
isn't it?
that.
Not game, rest of the
Rest of the
turn.
turn, yeah. So that
No
would have
defense.
destroyed Blackheart.
It destroys Thanos as well. To be fair,
Yeah, so again, a really good team to answer what's in the game at the minute. He can just ping a ton of free damage. He can trap your team with Rocket Raccoon and his
where
special.
did where did he end up coming? Was it fourth?
Felix came, yeah, fourth. It would have been, yeah, fourth, yeah,
Was it fourth or third? No, he'd come
fourth.
fourth, didn't
So
he?
top place was Alex Crow with Saakarian Iron Man. Second place Rob Buckley with Blackheart. Third was Tino with his Thanos, and then it was Felix with some Loki
Yeah, it's a really
shenanigans.
unique team. From seeing everything else you see in like other nationals,
That's the thing,
that was
yeah.
yeah,
He always comes up with his own thing, which I appreciate, which I tried to do as well. I know Blackheart's quite popular, but around that, I tried to build it myself. And though when we
yeah.
turned up, someone had almost exactly the same team as me. So,
I mean, Tino had my team as well. Yeah,
yeah,
I thought I was being unique for a bit. Obviously, with
yeah,
Thanos, not too unique, but what
yeah.
was I adding to him?
Any
Originally, I was
takeaways
trying to
from the
make a null
event?
team, but no, I didn't get takeaway. I think we went Greg's. So
Hey, easy, easy.
a lot more practice next time. I hope
Yeah, I think so. For you,
everyone there, they're
obviously.
really nice. Always good.
Yeah.
Always fun.
A few things I realised. Destroyer is insane.
Oh yeah,
That came out twice
sideline as
against me.
well.
Yeah, it's
Bloody 100 points is crazy.
yeah. I'm not entirely sure how it summons, but the first token they got it on straight away. So I don't know if it was just a high dice roll or, but
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely devastating in both games. Yeah, really cool figure. So I think that's one we need to grab. But again, it's a secret rare prime, is it?
Yeah, super rare prime. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, that's it.
but
Sorry.
secret rare. It's not Pokemon.
I wish.
What else? What else was I say? Yeah, there's a lot of things. Is like when we play, it's me, you, and Joe, and there's a few rules that we just don't. We play with each other, so we never actually learn if we make a mistake.
Yeah.
Because there's a few times where the judge came over and ruled, and I'm pretty sure he's right. He probably was. He knows what he's doing. So, and there's a few rules where it's like, oh, that's really hurt what my team does. I
Mm.
thought DJ Doom would come in with those two dice because it's at the beginning of the game, and if an effect acts at the same time, you normally choose if you're the active player.
I think it's
But apparently it doesn't because one says beginning and one start of game.
yeah, it's little stuff like
So
that.
it's
It's
very.
that's
Even
really
he said it's a
difficult
bit
though.
stupid
Yeah,
how it is.
because unless you're playing in a tournament like that, you're not going to be using that figure. So it's hard to
It's
know
weirdly
like those
worded.
small
Yeah,
rules.
it
Yeah.
should be more clear. Yeah.
Heroclix
So the whole
clear.
time I thought I'd have that double dice prob, so I had no problem with my team.
I'm really glad the
But
Doom doesn't get that because it's
oh
very good
yeah,
anyway.
I didn't realize it was so good.
Yeah.
It did do really well.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed my team in the end. To be fair,
Yeah, I enjoyed
just
my team, enjoyed the games. There
kicking
was one
myself a
other
bit.
team I wanted to mention actually. There's not much to go into it because I'm not even sure about the
Oh,
figure.
there's one I want to mention after as well.
Andrew
Is it the
Davidson.
300 point Unimind?
Yeah, so I didn't actually play against it, but I saw Rob Buckley play it with the Blackhearts.
Yeah, I when the set came out, Eternals, I bought like I think it's 18 of the singles trying to get that. So I wanted to try that in meta because it's like a really hard to hit, isn't it?
I've not
It
actually ever
gets
seen the figure, so I'm going to
it
click on it
gets
now.
super senses, shape change, +1 to the D6 roll, I believe.
So
So
Unimind's protected opposing prob. When he rolls a d6 for shape change, super sense, etc., increase the result by 1, which is insane.
yeah, and it has both of them on some clicks.
Yeah. So it starts with 12 attack, 19 defense, 5 damage, invincible, running shot, psychic blast outwit, 10 range, cosmic energy. At the beginning of your turn, choose one to use this turn: close combat expert, range combat, or colossal stamina. At the beginning of your turn, if he has 2 action tokens, choose one that you didn't choose on the last turn. Can phase and teleport as free or regen as free. So I don't know how you.
It's,
That
it's
seems that seems impossible to kill.
it does, but if you can see his dial now, so if you knock him past like the shape change super senses thing in the
Yeah.
middle, It doesn't look that.
To be
I don't
fair,
know what happened in his games. To be fair, I'm not sure.
you hit him
I didn't
once,
see it either.
he goes to 17 defense, then he gets to 16, then he's 15 defense by the last 3
Oh,
clicks.
you just get a bit unlucky and it's done. It's
Yeah,
4 to 6 each roll. If you don't get those two, he's dead.
yeah.
So
But
that is a bit.
you don't have super senses or shape change to start as the weird one.
Yeah,
If you
it's only
started
one.
with it, yeah. Or you play at lower points. I don't know.
I
It's
saw it and I was like, oh, I've got to try that because it's like the old Unimind, just a strong piece by
yeah.
itself, but it's just
Again,
not as
it's a
good.
very different team. He's played someone he wants to play, which I think is
Yeah,
cool.
I
And
really
yeah,
like that.
yeah, most players there. I did speak to him shortly during his game, but yeah, really nice people, really cool teams, and just a really fun event. Oh, we didn't
Team.
go through Joe's team.
Yeah,
So he was playing God Doom. What else? Molecule,
Franklin, 70
Franklin,
point chase,
and Molecule Man.
and Molecule Man for even 300. Yeah, God Doom he hasn't got enough for 200, has he?
Yeah, another podcast did mention it. Critical Clicks. They went through the UK Nationals teams and spoke about them slightly. Go check that out. Again, a third link in the description for those guys. It's Scott and PJ, I think it is. So yeah, go check that out. But yeah, they pointed out some good stuff about God Doom. Again, it's that we don't have the figures. He wanted to play somebody he liked.
Yeah, there wasn't much that we had as options.
Yeah, we didn't go there expecting to win. Like we hadn't play tested. We hadn't bought stuff in
So
ages.
when we was going, our aim was like to get top 8, get some prizes, and
Yeah,
we did
even
that.
top 8, we were like, oh, can we get top 8? That's the target.
Saying that, I did end up getting Thanos before we got there, but that was like a week before, so
Yeah.
it turned
Yeah,
out well.
I was, yeah, we did all right. I think we did well, considering how we went into
For
it.
what?
I think
How
we
long?
did well.
How much we've played in the past year?
Yeah, because
We did well. Top 8.
I know Alex, who came first, has a better sort of play testing group. He's got a bigger group, more teams to try against. Maybe we go down there and play
Yeah,
test ahead of time next year.
yeah. We need to make more effort, really.
Yeah, hopefully the Opens are back and we can travel around, play some different teams over the season.
Yeah,
Like I
and
say,
some sealed as well. Pretty great.
yeah, I love a sealed. Like I said, I will be trying to get stuff going for Heroclix at Dice Cavern Games, which is based in Grantham. So yeah, keep an eye on that as well. I'll drop that below and I will let you know of any updates on that. But I think that's all we've got for this episode. So if you've made it to this point, thank you so much for listening and we will catch you in the next one.
Rest in peace, Joe.